sea of your long journey, rivers, what adventures do you seek? This song parallels the voyages that we make through life and those of a river to the sea. I am really honored and grateful that you allow me to teach your children, and that I hope that they have been inspired to be better musicians and singers because they have inspired me to be a better teacher. So thank you. And here's what the star for the 7th and 8th grade choirs.
I told you it was going to be awesome. I want to thank you all for putting up with the heat, but I have a few more people that I'd like to thank before we go tonight. That would be Mr. Lamb up in the sound and lights booth. If you could help me give him a round of applause. Mrs. Ploutz is helping videotape, so we have this for anybody who needs it. So give her a round of applause, and that's sure where she's hiding. Mrs. Mertz and the ushers helping us get everything we need to get started tonight, so thank you. I wanted to let you all know a little bit something. Mrs. Christopherson, I wanted to thank her for working with our Glee Club. There were a number of years at Horace Mann that our vocal program had dwindled, and tonight you don't see any evidence of that. But she was so committed to having her program at the high school continue that she figured ways to squeeze in time over here to keep things growing and moving. And then after that, she continued with our Glee Club. So I'd like to thank her and ask you to help her. I'm going to hold off with a couple of other staff because I'd like to let you know what a great 8th grade group we have. All of these kids are awesome kids and we're lucky to have them. But this 8th grade group has been tremendous leaders this school year, not only the group that you see on the stage that performed, but the 8th grade as a whole. But these are a great representation of it. So let's congratulate them and wish them well moving on. I have one more. If I could thank Mr. Peibel, who is helping us with accompanying the choir. Then some of the students wanted to recognize the other two, so I'm going to ask our strings or orchestra students if some of the 8th graders would come forward. And Mrs. McKeever, if you would come on down.
Hi, my name is Maddie and I am in the 8th grade orchestra. I have been in orchestra for all 3 years of middle school and it is a class that I always look forward to. I just want to give a big thank you to our director, Mrs. McKeever. In the past 3 years, we have had 4 different teachers. For the first semester of 6th grade, we had Mrs. Borchers. Then she took a different job and we had Mrs. Kranig for our second semester of 6th grade. Then in 7th grade, we had Mrs. Oftedal. Sadly, she left to teach in her hometown so that she wouldn't have to travel every day. Finally, we received Mrs. McKeever as our teacher this year. She taught us many new techniques that our other teachers have never taught us. For example, she taught us how to shift, which was a technique that very few, if any of us, knew how to do. She also attempted to teach several of us how to do vibrato. Now it is time that us 8th graders move on to high school, and we will be forever thankful of all the techniques that Mrs. McKeever has taught us and done for us. Once again, we thank you for being our 8th grade orchestra teacher.
Chang and the 8th grade orchestra class of 2017-2018 would like to give a big thank you to Mrs. McKeever, our orchestra teacher. Thank you for making orchestra class fun and interesting. Thank you for teaching us and making sure we're all prepared for special occasions. And thank you for all the things that you've done for us. I don't know if you will be teaching at Horace Mann Middle School next year, but I'm so glad that we were given a chance to have you as a teacher. I'm sure a lot of us 8th grade orchestra students had a hard time adjusting to the ways you teach, but as we got used to it, most of us were able to see the humorous and lovable person you are. You're a great teacher, and I hope we are just as great of a students to you. Thank you, Mrs. McKeever.
And I don't want to neglect to tell you how much Mr. Rhodes has done for our choir program. As I stated, it was dwindling. We had Mrs. Christopherson jump in and help us out, but he has taken it to a new level with his commitment and his enthusiasm for the program. And a couple of students would like to talk about that.
Mr. Rhodes, you are one of our biggest motivations and inspirations. You are kind, understanding, and funny. You encourage us to do our best, to do what we love, to be who we are. You have made an impact on all our lives. Our bond is unbreakable. We will never forget you. You have been there for the good and the bad. You've raised our spirits and inspired us to do our best. You make us smile and laugh. We have so many memories. Whether it be clutching our pearls or ruining Christmas, we have so many memories we can never look at music the same way again. Next year, we will miss you deeply. We thank you for all you've done for us and for the school. Thank you. There is no way we could ever repay you for all that you've done. We have something for you backstage after we leave.
I would like to quickly add to this. I just want to say, thank you, Mr. Roach, for accepting us all and making us one huge family in choir. We do deeply appreciate it, and we do appreciate your courage and strength and your like enthusiasticness. I'm sorry. But we just really want to thank you for being our teacher, and good luck next year when you go to Texas.
Again, thank you all for bearing with us, and you can, I meant with the weather, and we'll have the students greet you out in the foyer, so thank you again. Have a great night.